Hello, welcome to Killer Pro YT, saying it's checking this list twice and looking for naughty and nice. Don't worry, this holiday season I got you covered, letting you guys know what DLC, what you should not buy or not buy, or DLC you should buy. I'm going to do all the coverage. This video will be more than 30 minutes long. Please do not fast forward. But happy holidays. This video is basically being recorded on November 12th of 2023. Some stuff might change in the future for people who watch this video, but let's just get straight in the videos. I'm going to, now disclaimer, I'm not selling DLCs. I'm just trying to tell people what, if you want to become powerful, what DLC you might get this holiday season for Destiny 2, and what is good not to buy or buy. But let's get straight in that video. One, I usually like to freeze people. I mean, that's Beyond Light, but like, if people are looking for overpowered gear, and let's say I'm a new player, you just, like, let's say you're a new player, you start off in the game, I wonder what DLC I should buy to become overpowered. Well, technically there are a few DLCs that actually break this game and make it totally, like, constant killing, like, boss fight, blah blah blah, make you become a god. Yes, there are two DLCs I would recommend buying first before any others. Basically, I would recommend getting yourself or your friends or family members Witch Queen for starter off, because Witch Queen you can actually craft your own weapons, put custom perks on. Basically, I would recommend either getting Witch Queen. Now, I'll say the next recommendation in just a second. Basically, I would recommend for new players getting Witch Queen, because if someone were to buy Witch Queen, yeah, you have to do the campaign, but you get a pretty badass weapon out of the entire story mode that makes the game totally to your advantage. It makes you the ultimate killing player machine. So basically, this gun is called the Asto Strega. Basically, it's a poison damage, continuous damage type of SMG. Great for boss fights, great for raids if you want to do constant damage and gambit combined. Stuff like that. Basically, I forget how to get it, but I will say it requires your DLC of Witch Queen. I think you get it slightly after the campaign is complete. It's fine, but I'm going to teach you guys what it does. Basically, a recommendation for I would prefer you guys getting is probably the Strega SMG from Witch Queen. One, it does continuous damage at C, toxic overload. Two, basically, it's his final blows return ammo. So, to just demonstrate what this thing does, I'm going to go to the moon, where there's lots of enemies. I'll show you what I mean. This is basically my triple heals thing, so yeah. I'm going to travel to the moon and teach you how this ammo gun works. But let's go to destinations and then go all the way over here to the moon. Basically, the moon is Shadowkeep, but I'm just using like the Hive as a demonstration for a Battlefield reference what the SMG is basically capable of. So, like I said, this first part of the video will be about Witch Queen. The other parts will be from Lightfall and all the DLCs combined. I mean, I own Lightfall, I own Beyond Light, Witch Queen, Forsaken, and their anniversary. I'll mention that throughout the video. And I'll put in the description of the video what parts to fast forward, that you guys will have to fast forward to the video of me talking about each DLC. Is it worth getting? Like, what weapons do I get out of it? I mean, stuff like that. Now, this is a disclaimer. I'm just making sure the audience knows I'm not selling DLCs, nor I'm getting paid by Destiny to advertise their DLCs. I'm just making a video for people that are looking, what DLC should I get? Oh, I wonder if I should buy this. Just helping the community out. Teach you guys what DLC would probably get. Now, with Witch Queen, there are 2 weapons that are overpowered. One is a grenade launcher that fires a huge worm. It's not like brightest, doesn't shoot that well, but I'll teach you guys what this thing does. So, like, let's say I want to cause continuous damage on a boss. I mean, yes, you can cause fire damage with your abilities, weapons, blah, blah, blah. But this basically has its own element. It's like poison damage, if you were to say. So I'm going to light this guy up real quick. And then you saw that supersonic, like, shockwave burst out of him? Yeah, that's one of the abilities. Now, if you do a burst with one enemy, it won't count. You must get the burst to kill one of his allies. For example, so let me find a bad guy really quickly. And as you can see, for a brief second or two, it was popping it yellow when I wasn't shooting it. It's because basically it does poison continuous damage over time. So let me teach you how this thing works. A lot of scattered enemies, so try to get somebody over here so these players don't kill them. Saw there was a supersonic burst, so I'm going to get these guys up here to show you what this thing does, which is, here he is. So let's say I want to kill this guy, make him kill his other guys. As you can see, it does like a supersonic burst. After the burst kills one dude and then kills the other, I gain ammo. See? I can't reload. I'm pressing square and it's not reloading because I'm stocking up ammo. So, like, I am not too sure what it tops up to, but I do know the Witch Queen is one of the best weapons you can get from the DLC. Because, one, I actually gone on a rampage killing boss fights repeatedly, and the ammo count has basically went up to 100. After, like, lighting people up, I mean, it's one of the best weapons I would recommend. And I'm going to teach you guys what you can do about this next part of the Witch Queen I'll be showing you. to craft your weapons, like customize, put perks and all that, when you do finish the campaign, you would need to go to destinations on your pause menu, and then go to Core Salvation Throne World. Basically, what you want to do is go to Enclave. Basically, go over here. You can customize your perks, craft, or recreate. I mean, people create SMG guns or anything else. Apparently, they can also rewrite the perks. That means, let's say I have a short barrel. I want to re-engrave it with a long barrel. Yes, you can do that. So let me go over here and teach you guys how this works. There are numerous types of guns of Witch Queen that people can collect. To find the ones you can collect, here's a little word of advice. Yes, it's worth it, but it's also a pain in the ass. Because, one, you have to collect about 5 weapon patterns. So, like, if you get a weapon, for example, that has an orange, tiny, like, square icon, yes, when you this is crafted, but my point of view is if it looks like this without the XP bar, right? Does it show weapon level? All it does is show like the orange square. What you want to do is hold square on PlayStation or hold your I think it's I haven't been on Xbox, well, I think it's like your X button as well. Basically hold that and scrap that weapon. Once you scrap up to 5 of them, basically you can get it. But the Estraga is not craftable. It is craftable, but what I'm trying to say is you get that reward once you complete Witch Queen. Once you get Witch Queen, then you can craft it, but that's just other weapons. So, Witch Queen is basically best for crafting any type of weapon. For example, there are some weapons that you can craft, some you cannot. I mean, as you see, I don't have very much. I'm just going to show you an auto rifle very quickly. I mean, you can customize an energy weapon. You can put like a long barrel, make it absolute recoil, stuff like that. You can add like armor piercings. Now, like I said, that's the ARM2. Not all guns are the same perks. Like the AMR2, I could put the armor piercing rounds, for example, right? Or if I go to scout rifles and craft the pointed thing, yes, I could probably put these custom frames. You can put a custom frame which basically boosts handling, one goes for range, reload speed, stability, yes. I mean, you can craft those. This weapon has armor piercing rounds. About the Witch Queen, yes, you can recraft it. I mean, numerous amount of times. You can go into your campaign. Let's say what is it? Titan has not completed. Yes, I can craft it over and over. I just basically go here, put the stuff I want. I mean, I just basically put the craft perks I want. I go into here. Basically put the weapon sockets. I mean, yeah, you can do that. But let me teach you how this thing works. So, like, my SMG, on the other hand, as you can see, let's see, it's currently equipped. Let me change this out. Modify, reshape. I mean, you can reshape it. That's how you do it. The Estraga is basically one of the best, most broken, overpowered SMGs in the game. I would recommend getting for DLC wise. You can put, like, mine has greatly controls recoil, which is the first part. This is one of the best barrels you can put that makes it have 0 recoil, basically 100. So when you put it on another one, this one also, actually that's faster reloading. I just have high speed reloading because, one, I could just really spam this at stuff. And then you basically want to put this one as well. This is optional for recoil. One of the best ones as well. I mean, yeah. And there are numerous amount of guns you can craft for this game. I mean, like there's, let me go down the list. There's assault rifles. There's types of bows, handguns, pulse rifles, sidearms, which is another form of, like, I guess, pistols or something. You can craft fusion glands, stuff like that. I mean, snipers, traces, or like beams, rocket launchers, liner fusion, rock swords. Pretty much you can enlist and become the most overpowered player in the game. Now this is the second DLC I'm going to announce of my list. The second DLC I would recommend people getting is a subclass type of character. I mean, basically this one is called Beyond Light. Beyond Light is a very good DLC. It was on the planet I was just on, which is Europa. Now, here's the only downside about the subclasses. The subclasses, how to get them, right? So like Strand is Lightfall. Europa is basically the DLC of Beyond Light, which is your stasis, a little freeze, the player class, stuff like that. The best guns I would recommend getting for stasis, basically, like I know I don't have very much, but I would say for players that want to use stasis for PvP, I would say recommend it because one, there is a perk I would recommend players using for PvP. You can put you can either put a floor down, like a little hovering thing, that constantly heals players, or this is just a Warlock class. I'm giving you guys a heads up. There's a empowering where you could boost whoever stands in that circle, teammates, or yourself, that boosts their damage. You can put like this. I mean, there's like the grenade that freezes stuff. Bubble shield that might help you freeze whoever goes inside. I mean, there's Glacier Wall, but there's also some perks that most players are saying, oh, how is he using a crystal turret? Yes, that crystal turret is part of the stasis class. Now, here's how it works. One, for stasis and Lightfall, yes, you need to complete the campaign first in order to lock it. So what you want to do is when you do unlock it, press Frost Pulse, because that when you put the little floor pad thing down, it freezes whoever's near it. And as for the stasis turret, yes, it's part of the Warlock class. It's called Blake Watcher. When you hold your grenade, and don't get too worried if you don't have this grenade, it's all grenade, so don't worry. I mean, I can use the Cold Snap, I can use the Dust Field, Glacier. All I gotta do is hold the grenade button, and for a few seconds, I'm gonna give you a little demonstration of how this works. The Stasis class is basically one of the second best type of abilities that players can use during PvP, so I'm just going to go somewhere I know they are at, and I'll show you what this thing does. Like I said, this video will be more than 30 minutes top, maybe more, I don't know. So if you don't want to watch me like running around, just fast forward to the next part. I'll put in the comments that say the time frame, what DLC I spoke of. Now, to find the DLCs, you can either go to the Xbox store or basically your PlayStation store, or basically pause your game on Destiny 2 and go down to the bottom left of the wing, like, looks like a trophy badge or something like that. Now, for players who, like, say, if they're wondering, oh, I wonder what DLC I own, they can always check their DLCs by going to this option, and if it says own with the check mark, yes, you guys own it. I mean, I own Lightfall, I own Beyond Light, Witch Queen, Forsaken, but I will let you guys know what is the best DLC to go by. I would recommend for players getting the Witch Queen first, and then if not, they would have always bought the Beyond Light. So, a part of the Stasis class, this is what it does. Let me just activate that Stasis class to show you guys this. 1 second. If this thing actually lets me see it. There we go. So I'm going to switch this to my grenade cooldown. Just had it. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys what this thing does. You can fast forward starting now until I get that grenade up and ready. I'm just gonna kill some bad guys, get some time. Tag, you're it. It's almost ready. Also, I forgot to mention another good gun for the Witch Queen is this auto rifle. It's basically a minigun. It is part of Witch Queen, and yes, you guys will need the DLC in order to get it. So I'm going to teach you guys how the Stasis Crystal works. Like I said, I can put any grenade of the Warlock class. All I gotta do is hold that button until my hand floats up, and as you can see, it's like a little friendly turret. Slows him down, and as you can see, he's frozen. Yep, that is part of the stasis thing. But like I said, for people that want these subclasses like Lightfall, the Strand, or like Stasis, as I said, you need to complete campaign first. So yeah, this is part of the Stasis class. I mean, there's stuff like, I would recommend doing this. Primary ammo, that is best for Stasis weapons. So if you have a weapon that shoots like Stasis ammo, this is basically boost your damage. I mean, stuff like that. These are some good perks you can get. I'm going to show you my collection to let you know what is the best Stasis gear. Another Stasis weapon I would recommend getting for you when you guys do get the campaign. Let me go down to, where is it at? This you can get from the tower. It's a little pistol that you can use to freeze people. You basically need a, what's this? Let me go to resources. You can get this weapon from the tower if you got the DLC. All you need is an ancient shard and go to the vendor. You basically need the... Where's that thing at? Nope, maybe it's this. Token, nope, that's not it. Cypher, you can get these directly from the list of Xur. You can find either Zor. I just call him Squidward, basically, because it's basically the same person almost. So to find Zor, you would have to go to... Now, at times, he does go to random places. To find Zora for that chipper, you need to go to EZZ. You go to Winding Cove, he would be right up that hill, right around here. Now, other places he would be is the tower in the hangar, which is down here. Another place is Nessus, you would get him, which is right up here, Watcher's Grave. Another good things about Witch Queen is, one, you can do dungeons, but it requires like dungeon keys. Need silver to get it. Now, to show you about Strand, there are a few things I should show you about Strand. To get Strand and use the best weapons, for people saying like, oh, that person has the Quicksilver on rifle. Yeah, it's overpowered. I mean, basically it is one of the best weapons besides Witch Queen. Basically, I would say Witch Queen and this gun is evenly matched. For people that actually get Lightfall, yes, you automatically get the weapon. Drink some Mountain Dew. Sorry. Let me switch to this. Let's go over here. Okay, and overwrite. So as you can see, I'm going to start using my Quicksilver gun to show you guys what this is. Now, the best things... What is this? What did I just enter? I entered the raid. Okay, I did not know that. I thought I entered the planet. I am totally not awake. Okay, so let's go back to this. Show you guys what I mean. I guess I entered a raid by accident. I do apologize. So, let's see. Go travel to here. The best things about Lightfall, when you do get it complete, basically there are some things that people should say, like, how do I grind? What's the best way to get exotic weapons overpowered? Well, there are a few. On Neptune, basically, it doesn't happen a lot, but I will say it happens sometimes. What you guys want to do is go to the zone where it shows, like, see, it says Vex Incursion Zone, Exotic Strike Force Gear. Yeah, you can get exotic engrams, weapons, armor, specifically from this free roam event. I'm going to let everyone know, yes, to get it, you have to complete Lightfall. If you're wondering, you have to complete it on Legendary? No, you guys have a choice. You guys technically do not need to complete Lightfall on Legendary. To get it unlocked, you can do it on normal mode, it's fine. There are a few perks about getting Lightfall, because one, to get Trials of Osiris, you need Lightfall. So, like, the difference from PvP modes of Trial of Osiris and then the Crucible, For example, as you can see, my character is about 1800. If a player verses to me, he is about 1650. I can easily kill that player inside the game quickly because they are weak. Trials of Osiris is basically a level advantage type of thing. So as you can see, it shows right here, Trial of Osiris level, blah blah blah. As you can see, orbital base required. That's that power level thing. As you see right here, it says level advantage disabled. So that's basically it. I'm not going to do the event. I'm just going to show you guys. If someone were to do this event, you can actually, it's within this area, or, I mean, last time it was up here a long time ago. I guess they moved it. Point of view is this is one of the perks of getting Lightfall. It is a very good recommendation for players that want to dominate the battlefield and get exotics like crazy. The event does not always happen. It happens very rarely. I'm just making that clear. Yes, players automatically get the Quicksilver gun. Automatically, whoever gets the DLC. Now, a reminder, I am not advertising out of payment. I'm not getting paid for advertising Destiny DLCs. I am just helping the community decide what DLC they might want to get. I mean, as you can see, I'm literally shooting through his shield, and he's dead. The Quicksilver is actually too overpowered. They did nerf the gun a little while back, but I think they basically just nerfed the damage or something. But the bullets do still go through the thing. I mean, as you can see, this gun, when you hit multiple targets, it does shoot missiles out. So I'm going to shoot this guy. When you hit 3 missiles on a direct hit, you can hold square or X on square on PlayStation or X on Xbox and fire a grenade launcher. Fires like a little strand ball. Now, this weapon is a kinetic weapon. Let you guys know, your weapon does not automatically turn to strand. It is a catalyst. For example, when you guys get the Quicksilver, you basically need to do a catalyst challenge. I think you need to hit like 50 NPCs with grenades and kill them in one go. Basically, that's about it. Now, I'm going to make this quick because I'm only recording up to 60 minutes. Like I said, the basically Quicksilver is basically too overpowered. And I hope they never nerf it going through the shields, but at least we all know basically that'll never happen. Now, about Forsaken, Forsaken DLC is like a dungeon raid type of thing. I mean, you get this bow from the thing, which allows basically to see people through walls. Now, I know it's not a hack, it's not a cheat, it's an actual perk on this weapon. So, like, as you can see, I could see them normally, right? So, like, let's go over here. And so he has a red outline, right? Let's say I want to shoot this Vex, but I want to see him through the wall. As you can see, there's his outline. That outline only happens when you aim and shoot at the same time. So when I hold fire and that, I can see them through the wall. So this is, and yes, the mission to get the bow, I will say I had a really tough time completing the mission. But for players that want this bow, I will say you will have a severe amount of trouble. But you will not have trouble if you can find a right friend or right YouTube video how to do this mission. So I'm going to show, I won't exactly show you what the thing is. Let me get rid of him real quickly. Basically, this bow is actually a one-shot at most times. It's not just a see-through wall. It is one of the most broken, overpowered bows. But for players that know what they're doing, the mission will be easy. So if you're wondering how to get this bow, I'm not going to do the mission again. I'm just going to show you the perks and show you this is part of it. It's called the Wish Ender. It says, while aiming down sight, which is your little sights when you aim the weapon, while fully drawn bow, that means drawn, that means hold and pull this back. It won't exactly work through hip fire. See? You have to aim and shoot, then you can see him through walls. About the Forsaken DLC, for people that want a challenge or a good dungeon to fight, technically, it's up to you what you buy, but I will let players know it is not worth it. Because basically, the missions you get out of it, Forsaken, yeah, you can buy the stuff from the tower, the things, good weapons, it's just, the dungeons ain't worth it. The only thing that's worth it, like, this is one dungeon part of Forsaken. Yes, it's a pain in the ass. But for players that want to have fun, I would fully recommend for the holiday season or what time of year, I would recommend for new players either getting the Stasis subclass from Europa, which is called Beyond Light, or getting Witch Queen that would basically allow you to craft a numerous amount of perks on weapons, blah blah blah. Another recommendation I would rather have players buy first is the Strand class. That is basically one of the best DLCs I would highly recommend because one, you automatically get the Quicksilver. Basically, to get the Quicksilver for players that want to find out, oh, how do I do this? Like, where I bought the gun, where is it? For players that don't know this, when you buy Lightfall, any time of the year, doesn't matter, you don't need the annual pass, you just need the standard Lightfall. Giving you guys a heads up. Like people say, like, oh, I need the annual pass to get the weapon. That's actually false. You just need the standard Lightfall. So not trying to have you guys waste your money on $100 thing. So yeah, when you guys get the Lightfall DLC, you want to go to this thing right here called Special Deliveries in the Towers, and then you guys get that thing. Let me down that turkey. So, other DLCs I recommend doing is pretty fun. I will make a next video on this next DLC. I will just say what it is in this, but I'll do a full tutorial on my next video how to do the game. When players buy the Anniversary Collection, they basically get to open treasure chests, like in the Zora's Treasure Hoard. I will be showing you guys a tutorial how to do this fun game mode in the next video. I'm just going to show you the treasure hoard now to let you guys know. Players who don't actually own the Anniversary, people may think, oh, I need the DLC to claim the treasure chest. Technically, that is correct. At the same time, no. People say, oh, you need the DLC to buy this, but technically not. For players who don't own the 30th Anniversary Collection, yes, you can still do the go mode and claim chest. But there's one catch, though. You can only claim the top of the deck chest. Like I said, I'm not too sure what Shadowkeep is about. Like I said, I own everything besides Final Shape and Shadowkeep. Like I said, I would just recommend about the DLCs I have. Basically, for players who don't own it, they would go here and claim it. Players who do own it, you can do the game mode and get them get these little chests. You get the ornament armor, ornament stuff. I mean, there's lots of stuff you can get. But yeah, for players that are looking on the computer, saying, "Oh, what should I get?" or there, da 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 da. Let's see. What should I get? Let me read in this magazine what thing I should get for this holiday season. I wonder what my nephew would not like of the DLC. Yes, I would recommend most people, if you want to become overpowered in this game, yes, I would recommend about 4 DLCs. Basically, I would recommend either getting Witch Queen. These are some pretty cheap DLCs, $30 they usually do. Other countries offer more, I would say. For new players, I would highly recommend getting the Anniversary Collection, or the Witch Queen, or basically Beyond Light. Basically, simply go to your pause menu, go to expansions, and just redeem a gift card, or however you want to purchase it. Get the Witch Queen DLC, Beyond Light, which is the Stasis class, or Anniversary. Now, there is something on Xbox and PlayStation that's not on here. Basically, it's called the Armory Collection. The Armory Collection is like a miniature bundle, if you were to say. The Armory Collection comes in a twin pack, basically. The Armory Collection gives you Anniversary Collection and Forsaken. So, just giving you guys a little heads up. So, yeah. For those players that are looking on the PC with Naughty or Nice, please be nice to Santa this holiday season and get these DLCs I recommend. Thanks for watching Killer Pro YT. This is all. I'm just a reminder. This is a disclaimer. I am not getting paid by Bungie to advertise this, nor I'm trying to get paid. I'm just trying to help players out, figure what DLC, pros and cons, you would say, stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you become the most powerful players of all. Thanks for watching.